Good morning to all my wonderful viewers out there. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Wednesday has taken a bit of a turn for the worse compared to yesterday, where I was complaining about it being too bright, too lovely outside. It's cold and miserable, and it's gonna rain outside, I reckon. But I kind of like that weather. I kind of vibe with that, so that's okay with me. But 48 hours, man. We got the full weather spectrum. We got nice summery day, and the next day, this just cold and rain. Australia is a wild place, just a wild wasteland. But ignoring the weather, ignoring that it's really down and cold and miserable, we've got to talk about a very bright and happy female exclusive Air Jordan 4. Now, what Air Jordan 4 will that be? What are we discussing today? Well, we are discussing the soon to be released. It's actually, I think it's releasing tomorrow, so we've got to talk about it today. We're going to be talking about the soon to be released women's exclusive Air Jordan 4 Lucid Green colorway. Yeah, guys, jeez. I was like, you know what, Wednesday, it's my day off. I'm super keen to just do a couple nice easy videos. There's not much that's releasing. We just got to do, Supreme Week 8 for the Spring Summer 2020 collection. Got to cover some Jordan 4s, and then everything else releases closer to the 20th of April. So it's all Gucci. We can just chill. Oh, how I was ever so wrong. As soon as I woke up in the morning, it was a nightmare. So I wrote everything down. These are the videos that have to be done basically today. We've got number 1, Supreme Week 8. But I don't think I can even do Week 8 until I do another video covering Week 7 again, because Week 7 changed after we made the video, and then a bunch of stuff did release and didn't release as a part of Week 7. So my Week 7 video was wrong, and I've got to redo Week 7. Then Week 8, the full list of Week 8 hasn't even come out yet, and even when the full list comes out, I don't even know if I want to do it, because I'll be like, you know what? It's probably going to change like Week 7 did. I don't know. Supreme is just an absolute mess right now. Then, moving on, we've got the Air Jordan 4s that we're going to be talking about today. That's no dramas. I'm actually very, very keen to talk about these. They're a very nice women's colorway. Moving on from that, we have at number 3, we have the Yeezy Slides re-releasing. I covered them like when they first ever initially released last year in 2019, but it looks like Yeezy Supply and Adidas are going to re-release them tomorrow, just to combat with the Air Jordan 4 Lucid Green release that we're covering in this video. So I was like, okay, cool, I guess we'll talk about that as well. That's coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to get all the release details about that, because I'm going to be covering that probably next. Then after that, I've got Danyal teases a sneaker they're making on their page, and then I've got a couple videos that aren't essential, that don't need to be made today, but I want to make them as soon as possible. And those are a wardrobe showcase. So many of you guys over the past like 6 months have been asking me, Daniel, can we get a wardrobe showcase? And I really want to give you one, but that's going to be a long video. It's going to be a long video to make, edit, and upload. So I've been pushing that back to like the corner if I have free time. And the corner of free time is looking smaller and smaller each time I wake up in the morning. And I also want to do 2 weekend videos. I have 2 weekend videos planned as well, but there's just too much going on in the sneaker streetwear and artist merch world, isn't there? There's just too much. Oh boy, but we'll try and cover it all, and I think we need to start off with these Air Jordan 4s today. So what we'll do, we'll head over to a HYPEBEAST article, cover all the release details, talk about the colorway, talk about the use of materials, and just basically gloss over the whole thing there. So I think that's the best thing we can do. If you guys want me to cover more women's exclusive, more Jordan 4s, or more Jordans in general, just leave your boy a big old like in the like section below. Comment in the comment section down below saying you want to see more women's releases or more Jordan releases, or if there is a specific release you want me to cover, leave it in the comment section below, guys. But without further ado, let's head on over to the HYPEBEAST article I have prepared for us today, where we can have a look at all the official images, release details, and everything like that, and cover the Air Jordan 4 Lucid Green. Woo! Okay, here we are. And just straight off the bat, first thing I gotta say, and with warning, I don't have a Jordan 4, so please be a little bit hesitant on what I say here, but I'm pretty sure this is the case. The Jordan 4 cage system here, usually that has a back plate behind it of the same leather that the upper's made of, right? I'm not tripping here, right? If I look up Jordan 4 at the moment, it's gonna have this overlay of mesh, or this overlay of this grid pattern over the top of an extra panel. I'm not tripping out, right? Like, that's what a Jordan 4 is. I've looked at a lot of Jordan 4s and I'm pretty certain that's the case. So I'm just a little bit confused on why this women's Jordan 4 has a hole in it. And I don't know, let's just quickly, yeah, because you can see the tongue through the cage system. Okay. Well, we'll dive into that later, but that's just my first thing I noticed upon first glance of this Jordan 4, is that we have a missing panel in a way on the side of an Air Jordan 4. I really just need to get myself some of the Red 4s from 2019, but okay. This is already losing points in my view because of this, but we'll dive into what the article has to say. Hopefully the article will confirm my suspicions about the missing panel there, or the hole, and we'll see what it has to say. So let's read what the article has to say about it. Complete look at the Air Jordan 4 Lucid Green. Bright highlights define the women's exclusive. Now, from my knowledge, the women's exclusives in the past didn't have this missing hole, but again, I don't follow the women's exclusives as hardcore as I do with the men's releases, because, well, obviously I'm a dude with a huge foot that's not ever gonna fit into women's exclusives unless Jordan Brand decides to call me up and say, hey Daniel, we can make you a women's 18 and 19 of this Jordan 4 we've got coming out. Do you want it? And then of course I'd be like, yes, of course. But you know, Jordan Brand isn't doing those calls right now, so I don't follow the women's exclusives as religiously. So maybe I am just a little out of touch, and all the women's Jordan 4's exclusives have missing holes. But anyway, we'll find out in this article, hopefully. So, continuing to deliver fresh takes on the Air Jordan 4, Jordan Brand is now readying a women's exclusive colorway of the popular model centered around bright highlights. The Lucid Green colorway features a white tumbled leather upper accented by Rasta tones on the net underlay. So, you know, Rasta, Jamaican culture, those type of colors from those cultures. So you're going to see yellow, you're going to see red, you're going to see green. And what do you know, if we scroll right up, that's all the color details on this shoe. We got a little bit of red, bit of yellow, bit of green, bit of yellow, bit of green, bit of red in here. It's everywhere. I'm surprised the Jumpman isn't yellow actually, but moving on. Additional details found on the upper include black lacing wings, matching laces, a Jumpman flight tongue tag, and Jumpman marked cement brick heel tap. So you can see here this Jordan 4 has cement detailing on it, and you can tell because there is grey panels on it with little black dots, and that is called the cement panels. It features on the Jordan 4s, the Jordan 3s. Some people are very particular about cement paneling. Some people, going back to people that have bought the original cement Jordans, they are very particular on how cement is done, and they're very pro how it was done when it was first released. And they say that cement detailing these days isn't like the old days, but I suppose that's just Jordan Brand summed up, isn't it? It's not like the old days. So, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here as well. That's why I do my YouTube videos on Jordans. It's very much to critique it and be like, you know what? This is good, but it's not as good as how it was back in the day. Not that I was alive back in the day, but there are photos and there's enough evidence for me out there to say that and critique that. So, moving back to the article, let's see what they have to say as well. So, the interior of the shoe continues the Rasta theme with green lining, the back of the tongue, a black sock liner, and yellow printed insole. Ooh, that's going to be very bright. Elevating the shoe is a white air-assisted midsole unit paired with black and green rubber outsole. Priced at 190 USD, the women's exclusive Air Jordan 4 Lucid Green is set to release on the Nike Sneakers app and select retailers like Foot Locker on April 16th. So it's currently Wednesday, the 15th of April, so it's coming out tomorrow. But you know, you boys got to get on the releases before they release. It'll be very disappointing if I don't cover things before they release. The article didn't highlight anything to do with the missing panel there, so that's a little bit odd. But again, I might be just so out of touch with women's releases that that's just a thing that they do for the women's releases. They cut out a panel, but I swear to God, I've had Jordan 4s in my hands before and there has been a panel behind that cage system there, behind this cage system. But I don't know, man, maybe I'm so out of touch with Jordans these days, I just don't even know what I'm talking about. But I feel like there was a panel behind here at one point and now they've removed the panel and I'm not okay with this, but it doesn't matter because it's a women's release. So as long as the women like it, I suppose that's all that matters. Well, to Jordan brand anyway. But hey, if you're interested in this Jordan 4 and you're a male, I've talked about it many times on the channel before. You've just got to find out what centimeters you are in your size and then find the women's size in Jordans that's the same centimeters and then buy that size for whatever upcoming women's release you're looking after. Don't discriminate. It doesn't matter if it's a women's release or a men's release. If you like the colors and you think you can rock it, all I gotta say is go for it. But we should dive into the use of materials, the color, everything like that with the images now. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so let's start it off. With this Jordan 4 model, they have gone with a tumbled white leather on the upper. How can we tell it's tumbled leather? Well, we can see the tumbled grain on the leather here. Traditionally, Jordan 4s have nubuck leather, which is a lot smoother looking leather. It doesn't have the animal skin grain it does like tumbled leather does here. Personally, I'm more of a fan of nubuck on Jordan 4s. I think it looks really nice. Kind of complements it. It makes it look a little bit more simple, but I'm not angry at this because it has tumbled leather. Go for your lives, Jordan brand. If you want to put tumbled leather on it, put tumbled leather on it. I've noticed they've also put tumbled leather on the tongue as well. You can see the green lining detail there. Moving on, we can see, as it talked about in the article as well, the cement detailing on the side and back here. I'm hoping we can get some different shots of it there. So more photos of the tumbled leather upper, as we can see, with the tumbled leather tongue. Cement detailing continues all around to the front of the shoe. Okay, that's actually more tastefully done. So here we can see the yellow insole. Initially, when I heard yellow insole, I was like, ooh, that is gonna be mega bright and probably look really hideous. But you know what? They've done it actually quite well. And looking at it from the top down, it looks a lot nicer. It complements the use of color on the cage system here. What I find interesting is that the colors don't match. As you can see, the left foot has yellow detailing on the cage, while the right has red detailing. Same with the panels on the sides here. The right shoe has red detailing on it, but the left shoe has yellow detailing on the cage system there. Interesting color choices. It's kind of weird to see that they've done a primary focus of more green than red and yellow on this shoe all around. As you can see, there's green on the end of the toe box there. Oh, sorry, on the outsole. But they haven't really applied a lot of red detailing and a lot of yellow detailing beyond these cage systems here, and obviously the insole. They've kind of just grabbed the white cement 4s and then altered the color a little bit and then just put like yellow, red, and green. Kind of a weird way of handling this. If I was going to do like a Ruster Jordan 4, I would put like these panels here in like red, yellow, and green. I'd change the eyelets up to something different, like red, yellow, or green. I would do the sock liner detailing in like a brighter color. It just seems very toned down for a Ruster release, but that might appeal to a lot of people because it's not like super loud. But I don't know, I feel like with Ruster culture, my interpretation of it is that it's not a loud culture, but it's very vibrant, it's very happy, it's very, you know, outgoing and stuff like that. And I don't know, seeing this Jordan 4 is quite tame, quite quiet. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it fits that culture a lot. I mean, this is coming from someone who's not part of the culture and who's just like imposing their views on the culture and how I think it should be applied to a Jordan 4. But let me know if you're if you see yourself as part of the Rasta culture, and if you agree with me there, or if you disagree with me there. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. We'll dive back into the shoe though. It's got more green detailing, as we can see, all over the tongue, and detailing on the outsole of the heel there. See what I mean though? There's no Rasta colors on the Jumpman or on the back of the shoe in any way, shape or form besides the outsole and the tongue. And it's just green. They haven't really done any red or yellow. And look at the outsole. That's really boring. They've just done green. What about, they could have done an outsole with like red panels, yellow panels, some more green, like, you know, like mix match. They could have done like green here, red here, yellow on these little bits here. They could have made it exciting, you know, colorful, filled with flavor. I don't know. And it feels like they went with something safe, which is kind of boring. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't work with the culture it's meant to be around. So that's the 5 images that we have of the shoe. I have to say, it's a very safe release. They've done a release that a lot more people can get around because it's not super loud. It's just not what I would envision if someone said this is a Rasta Jordan 4, or it's a Jordan 4 that takes from Rasta influences. The only way that I'm able to make that connection, and I'm like, ah, yes, of course, is that they've used red, yellow, and green on the sneaker at some point. You know, like it's there. I would, if this like Jordan 4 had like a full green, red, and yellow upper, then I could easily say, ah, dude, that's easily Rasta influenced. It's got the color scheme, it's colorful, it's bright, it's loud, it's, you know, like a really in-your-face shoe. I love it, and I don't know, I feel like they've kind of just missed the mark on this one, but they've done it on purpose to play it safe. But this is a really high-quality Jordan 4 in materials, though. That's the one thing I do have to give it props for. This Jordan 4 with the tumbled leather, I assume the cushioning is going to be on point. It's got a nice big air bubble, which I do have to comment on again, that it does have a red detail on the inside there, so I suppose that's more red detailing. But all in all, even though the colorway is a little bit disappointing, the quality of the materials is going to be really, really good. I can imagine Jordan Brand's going to do a really good job on these. I just feel like they've played it very safe with this one. I still do feel really weird about the missing panel there, though. I swear to God there is. I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna go Google Jordan 4 breads, because I swear to God there's a panel underneath this cage system. But maybe I'm tripping out. But maybe they just do this for women's releases, so I'll Google another women's release and have a look. But I think it's really weird that they've just taken a panel out from this Jordan 4, but whatever. Yeah, so this is releasing on April 16th for 190 USD, so the standard Jordan 4 price. Nike sneakers and select retailers like Foot Locker. Personally, okay, if you're a reseller out there and you're watching, don't buy this. Don't buy this at all. If you like this because it looks cool, buy it, because, I mean, honestly, if you think it looks cool, go for it. Personally, though, I can see this not selling out and landing on outlet racks in a couple months time. So if you're looking for it, like if you want it but you don't like really want it, and you say, you know what, I'm gonna call it, see what happens, and if it does sell out, it sells out, but if it doesn't sell out, I might pick it up. I would say don't go for the initial drop, because I feel like you might be able to pick this up discounted further down the line. In saying that though, over the past couple years, ever since Jordan Brand has started supporting women by doing women's releases have been selling a lot better because more women are getting around Jordans, which is awesome. Go for it. Go for it. All the women out there, go for it. Definitely go for it. But yeah, it's a hard call to make, but I honestly can see this not selling too well. But that's just how I feel about it. I could totally be wrong. I'm trying to forecast a market here, and honestly, I just don't even know. There could be like all the women that love Jordans could prove me wrong straight away there by just buying it all and selling it out. So we honestly don't know, but my interpretation from a male perspective is that this isn't going to sell that well, but I could be totally wrong. We'll just have to see. But all in all, it's a very safe release. kind of disappointed by it, but they've done a really good use of materials on it. So if you want a really good, simple, high quality Jordan 4 that uses a lot of good materials, I would say this is a pickup. I would say this is definitely something you can go for that's going to be really comfy and really good. So now I want to hear from you guys. Now I want to know, how do you feel about the Air Jordan 4 Lucid Green? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Are you going to be picking it up? How do you feel about the colorway, the use of materials, everything and anything you have to say about the shoe? Let me know about it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or as always, in the comment section below. Yeah, guys, so I knew I was right. I don't know why I was second guessing it. Maybe because I don't actually own a pair of Jordan 4s, but I am definitely looking to pick up a pair of Jordan 4s in 2020. I'm investing a lot of my money, so I don't have a lot of spendable cash, and when I do, I usually buy like a nice hoodie or something like that. So I was right. Where the cage system is, underneath it there is a panel. Even on past women's releases there has been a panel, so I don't know why this Jordan 4 Lucid Green has suddenly taken the panel away from under the cage system, so you can see the tongue and see your foot inside. It's a very weird move that might actually be the deciding factor on if people are going to buy it or not. And let me know if that's your case in the comment section below. Are you turned off by it having a missing panel under the cage system, or are you totally fine with that and you're going to buy it anyway? It is something to talk about. It definitely is something to talk about. I personally would not pick it up because, yes, the colorway is cool, but seriously, that missing panel, that's enough for me to be like, I'm alright. I'm okay. It seriously is, but I want to know how you feel about it in the comment section below. All in all, it's a solid Jordan 4 with a bunch of good materials, but I feel like they've played it too safe here and didn't go as adventurous as they could have. They've just made some simple little mistakes that they could have fixed, and it probably would have sold well if they just changed that up. But that's just how I feel about it, guys. I want to know how you feel about it in the comment section below. If you guys want me to cover more women's Jordan releases, more Jordan 4s, anything like that, or specific releases, just like this video and comment down below which specific release you guys want me to cover, because I can definitely do that for you guys. Hey, look, I've literally taken your wardrobe showcase and the weekend videos into consideration, so it's coming. It's just everything's pushing it back, unfortunately. So I'll try and pump out as many videos as I can so we can get to that wardrobe showcase, because I really want to do that and I really want to do the weekend videos, but we're just gonna have to see, guys. Anyway, that is everything I have to say about the Air Jordan 4 Lucid Greens. They are coming out on April 16th, 2020, 190 USD, women's release only. Let me know how you feel about it in the comment section below, and until the next women's Jordan video, until the next Jordan 4 video, until the next sneaker video, guys, I'll catch you later.